It's one of those few landmarks that still stand on their own without remodeling or restoration. If you step inside the China Grove Roller Mill, you can sense the way of life 4 generations back. While huge factories mass-produce flour for famous name retailers, there is still a market for the old roller mill, grinding out animal feed, cornmeal, whole wheat flour, and plain and self-rising flour. Rowan County farmers and Charlotte dealers are regular customers, some even trading their wheat for flour, an exchange system virtually obsolete today. The mill was established by J.F. Cooper in 1893. His granddaughter, Rogers Sherrill, is president now. The family has never thought about rebuilding or making it modern or anything like that?
No, and now we wouldn't consider it, you know.
Is that part of the charm?
I think so. And then another thing, a small mill is not what it used to be. And they tell me that during World War I that this mill ran 24 hours a day because they were sending out government flour. Well, I remember in World War II that they worked 2 shifts because they were selling to the government.
The miller who keeps an eye on all this antique machinery is a man named, ironically, Jack Miller. His brother Frank and son James are the other employees. Jack explains the basics in grinding wheat into flour.
Well, in other words, your first rolls crack your wheat, mashes it flat, and then from then on it processes and takes your flour and your bran and separates everything, and then puts it over in a mixer where you mix your ingredients with it to make self-rising flour.
Who is it thought up this system anyway?
Well, I don't know who thought it up.
It sure works.
In other words, the process has gone from years and years.
You've been here now 34 years.
Right.
It's got to be getting a little old after all this time.
No, sir. I've learned something every day.
How can you learn something every day standing in one old building like this?
Well, this is something new experience each day.
Yeah.
And then you new fellowship with people.
You know all the farmers in the region by first name.
Yes, sir. Pretty much.
It's amazing how effective it is and how old it is.
And it still does the work.
What do you have to do to it to keep it going?
You just have to keep it repaired.
How often does it break down?
We don't have too much trouble with flour mills, things like that. In other words, it just, belts and stuff like that's about the only thing. And of course, we'll have to have rolls corrugated and stuff like that.
If you could replace this building with a great big, shiny, sparkling new one, would you do it?
No, sir.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
I hope we never have to do that.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, the president lady agrees.
Well, this is a landmark.